Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
What was that, Joe? Your our Olympic reporter, Joe Aiello, on the scene. No, what you were telling us about triathlon and why it was canceled?
Well, someone on the Boston Pizza text line passed along the information. Something like there was a sewage spill in the swimming area or something that closed down, I guess, part of the triathlon. So they decided to postpone it.
That reminds me about, I think it was grade 4.
You were swimming in sewage?
No, yeah, back in Drayton
an
Valley,
Olympic
in a
hopeful?
big dugout, in a field. No, in the swimming pool. Somebody pooped in the swimming pool, and they had to shut the whole pool down.
Yeah,
and
poop is tough. Like
That's-
pee you can kind of maybe get away with, but if you're taking a deuce in the pool, that's a loaf of bread floating.
And we all had to get out of the water, and like we all knew who it was. There was this one kid in our class that was responsible, and like we didn't want to out him, obviously.
You got to out him. If a guy takes a deuce in a pool. Like
You're in Drayton Valley, grade 4. There's 12 people in this class in a pool. Trust me, you know who it is, and trust me, you called him out. He's probably Poopy Pants Peter for the next 3 years in elementary. The poor kid
the
couldn't live it down.
worst.
Listen, you're 35 years old telling us a story right
Yeah.
now. Are you telling me this kid still isn't haunted by that story after the way
I'm
you guys
sure late
treated
at
him?
night that kid lays in bed now as an adult and can't sleep
That's
because
embarrassing.
of that. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, we all had to leave early. And we were all mad because we wanted a swimming day at the pool.
It's over.
I don't want to take away from your story, but a sewage spill might be a little bit bigger than some kid.
Joe, why you
It
gotta,
just reminded me.
why you gotta
okay?
overshadow Kirby's story?
Yeah, Joe, why you gotta be a party pooper?
I think it was
Negative
more the other
Nancy
way
over
around.
here.
You're trying to one-up the Olympic story.
She doesn't
I
go.
tried to relate.
She doesn't go in the water at the beach now. What if that day had have happened as it was supposed to? She would have swam all day. Maybe she'd be more of a swimmer now. Maybe
Swimming
she'd
was
be
not good for me.
an Olympian to this
She
day.
could have been our summer Macintosh of what year was that? The grade 4.
Grade
How old
4,
were you?
I was probably 94,
10.
95.
But that
25
Damn kid.
years ago.
But that kid pooped in the pool and ruined it all.
He
it
really did.
Philly Joe Kirby
Philly Joe and Kirby.
podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Pissed off? Well, then get the off Twitter and call the Bone phone.
Don't make me look up from my phone.
780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Hey guys, Joel here. Can you please play Voodoo by Godsmack? And Philly, sorry I missed you. I didn't know you were going to be at the IJ on Main Street. You were in my backyard. Yeah, I want to meet you. I have to meet all you guys. Maybe one day. Take care.
Well, we learned something new about Joel. He's from the North End area there, Main Street area.
I'll tell you, Kirby and I would have both been there if you had told us about the deal on T-bones before you bought them all up and took them home yourself, especially Kirby. He loves
yeah.
a good juicy T-bone.
You know me.
I got T-bones for the rest of summer now. 2 for 1. Like, when do you see that? It was incredible.
Yeah.
I cooked these up that night when I got home to die for.
You know me. I just love the meat on the bone.
You know what? You go down and you see Carlos down there, and you tell him that we sent you down there.
Okay, the hooligan and Salter at Inkster came up the other day on the show. Someone was complaining about it, and the hooligan wants to offer some perspective on it.
Hey, Philly, Friday morning, that guy called about driving down Salter, going north at Inkster, and how people were taking inside lane. Well, here's what the city did. So this happened to be last year, because Salter was under construction, going north after Inkster, and you have cars going north on Salter, making a left-hand turn. Well, what's 99% people do? They'll take the right-hand lane to go through the intersection. Well, the city, when they redid Salter, narrowed Salter, they big, long, wider sidewalks, so they took away one lane. I mean, that's a smart thing to do when cities expanding, right? So what's people going to do? Sit at a red light, probably 3 or 4 red lights before they can get through the intersection because people are turning left. That happened to me last year, because I haven't been there in a while, and I said, what the f***? Like, I didn't see the right turn lane arrow only, and I went through. It's like, holy shit, like I'm going to a sidewalk. Like, way to go, city. So it's not under construction. They just it up.
Okay.
Could I just defend all the people that have called and said it was such a positive that they widened the sidewalk there in that area. I think we've had no calls about the widening of the sidewalk.
You know what? We should conduct a survey.
Surveys, a plebiscite.
We do like our surveys.
We do, yeah. Okay, Folklorama. Talking about Folklorama on the show. Don't call it Folklorama.
I learned that yesterday.
You did.
Yeah.
Make sure you go. I hear you guys talking about Folklorama. Make sure you go to the Brazilian one at the convention center. Holds 700 to 1,000 people a show. This is Fred. And don't forget the Italian one, too. It's really good, too. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Joe, are you performing this year?
Yeah, I joined the folklore group. I will say this. No matter how many years Folklorama has been around, there's always certain pavilions that have stood out over time, either from the food, from the culture, like the dancing and the performances they put on. But I always found the Brazilian, the Caribbean, well, the Italian, of course, but also the Irish.
The Irish one's good, yeah.
Like, there's always a few out there that stand out.
It is one of my favorite events that happens here in Winnipeg, because when I first moved here, I couldn't believe that there was like such a cool way to celebrate so many cultures in the matter of 2 weeks.
World
you literally
famous.
get like a little passport and you go around and you get stamped and you get to the production that they put on at these places. Like the Brazilian, I've seen that one.
It's
It
good.
is crazy.
The poor girl could get no one to go with her, though, because she called it Folklorama for all these years. Nobody knew what event she was talking
Nobody said anything until yesterday. I swear.
Folklorama, what is that, Kirby?
What is that?
It's just the way that I say it, okay?
Okay,
You're right, though. You're right.
We were talking about punctuality yesterday, and a big announcement from Kirby that she's done being late. Her years of it was. We were glad to hear it.
Thank you.
Everybody,
it's day 2 of the new life.
everybody,
New life, new me.
the new life. Everybody here at the office was very happy to hear it, and Guilty wanted to weigh in.
Now that you guys are talking about being punctual, I get it. Anybody who makes somebody wait, I hate being late. It's the worst thing in the world. You haven't put enough time into it, thought into it, and you don't give a about the other person if you make them wait 60 minutes ishes. Come on, Kirby, get with it. Don't make people wait because they hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a new me, and I'm not going to make anybody wait.
We got to see this in we need
In
to
action.
What's the real
Right.
test?
Yeah.
Is it going to be Folklorama?
What's
It's
the,
coming up.
I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
What's our next work event that I
that'll be
usually
the key.
roll in late to?
Burt Block Party. I know
Yeah.
we're all going there together. We'll see. The most recent thing we all went to together was the golf, and you were the last person to register.
Yeah.
No, the ladies let me know that at the table. Yeah. Oh, we're just waiting on you.
So off to a rocky start.
I don't know if you can say a concert because, okay, are you going to the opening act? Are you just going for the headliner? You know what I mean? But like an event where, like a golf tournament where tea time is a certain time.
Yes.
I think it has to be an
But
event
we're
that
going to
has
have
a
a
certain
meeting
time.
time, I would assume. The
Yeah,
three
we
of
will.
us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's put that
Let's
to
see.
the test.
No, that's 3 weeks away yet, or 4
Well,
weeks
I've
away.
got some time to prepare.
And it's going to
Prepare.
rely on prepare for being on time.
Be on time.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Lager and Ale, Kim Mitchell. Great party tune. 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Who hasn't been at a festival singing along to that song at some point in their life?
Yeah, we were mentioning earlier this morning the Manitoba Liquor Marts got their big Air Miles event going into the long weekend. That'll include a lot of lager, a lot of ale, and whatever else will
hell
soothe
yeah.
the soul.
Yeah.
I've seen Kim Mitchell at Club Regent, and man, like that wasn't too long ago. I think it was last year, the year before, and he still
Oh, yeah.
like kills it.
Dude's a pro.
Yeah.
Well, you've got something coming up this weekend. You're at Rockin' the Fields this weekend, Kirby.
I am. And actually, the set list and times were just released. And so, yeah, the night that I'm going to be there is Saturday for Econoline Crush, JJ Wild, and Theory of a Dead Man.
And I'm going to just say this, those good people out in Minnedosa that have been putting on this incredible event over the years, notice one thing, and this is no coincidence. The times of the acts just came out yesterday. What happened yesterday on this program? Kirby, with her own revelation, says she will never be late again. That's
Never.
the new era. And then the times for Minnedosa came out.
New
Did
era.
you notice that?
Yes, I did.
They
That's crazy.
didn't come out with the times and then ask Kirby what time she's getting there.
Uh-huh. So I'm getting things packed up and ready to go for this weekend. And I was thinking about, I don't know if this product even exists, but I was thinking like there's got to be something like this. Like if I wanted to use a plug-in device in my, because I'm going to be
Leave that at home, Kirby. It's not that kind of venue. No one needs to see that in your vehicle. I think it runs on batteries anyway, doesn't it?
No, it's a USB charge. Okay. But I'll make sure those are taken care of.
Wow.
Did you catch it? Oh, my God.
No. Okay,
It's only one day.
She can't live without it. She can't live. She needs to check
You
it.
know what, Joe? Desperate times call for desperate measures
apparently I just became your number 2 buddy. Your number 1 buddy
if we're playing
travels
that
with
game.
She doesn't leave home without it. Okay, you were
yes.
Before we got derailed, you were asking.
I'm camping in my SUV, okay, because I'm just there for one night. I actually am excited about it. It's like a whole little thing I put together in the back there, nice little comfy situation. But looking at the forecast, it's going to be hot, and I would love to run a fan. And so I was just like, is there a battery pack? Like a charger.
You need a generator.
No,
you don't want
I don't want a generator because those are like, everybody knows like. It's like 2 a.m. just running a generator.
If she brings what she's bringing, it's loud enough.
It has a silent feature.
You can buy a cordless. Fan, just like you can drill, with the lithium battery packs.
Oh, so you're just looking for a fan that runs without power, essentially. You just want to run a fan.
Oh, you can get like a cordless one, a battery pack one.
Like you could a cordless drill or,
Okay, all right.
Canadian Tire.
I figured
think so.
Phil would know something about this. A, he camps, and B, he frequents Canadian
but
Tire.
we camp with the camper. We got plug-ins. We got electricity. We're full service campers.
You're not. You're not
He
in the
just
back of
added
your.
Starlink to the top of the camper.
Yes, they have cordless fans here, Kirby. Yeah,
Okay.
cordless 20 volt.
20 volt. I don't even know anything about volts. What kind of volts am I looking for?
That'll be fine. It's
That'll
a
be
good
fine.
size. Like only $50. What are you looking to spend over there?
Something around that, like 50,
Yeah.
100 at the most.
They have
for
even
a
a
fan.
smaller one that's USB and battery portable
Hold on.
fan.
I'm going to check something here for you too, Kirby. You're talking, this is Saturday night's your prime night?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be okay. You're off the lake there in Minnedosa, which is beautiful.
It is
setting.
a nice area.
But the low is going to be somewhere around 13 as well. So you're going to have your window cracked a little bit, and you put your fan up there on the dash, and it'll circulate the cooler air that comes in. That's all you need. 20 volts.
You'll be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody on the
save
text
some money.
line it says they use the battery fans in their fishing tents, which makes sense because when
Yes.
you're ice fishing, there are things that you can like hang there to.
I am worried about your Vietnam quality mosquito netting that you're going to use. I don't want like birds getting trapped in that stuff. Like you're going to look like you're hunkered down like a sniper in the trees or
No
something.
kidding. A scene out of Platoon.
The best is when I just roll up and the people next to me go, "Where's the camp or where's the tent?"
No, I'm in a car.
This
I'm in the
is-
SUV,
this is it, baby.
I got my fan.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Hey, City.
Hey, well, if Kirby needs a fan, Ryobi makes a great little portable fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ryobi's great too. I've got
Yeah.
the Ryobi weed whacker, the Ryobi circular saw. I could even lend you a battery pack.
Well, I was going to say, I've got a Ryobi fan.
You have you have a fan?
I do. And I'll tell you, I'll lend you my fan if Philly wants to lend you a couple of batteries.
You could be.
They're
set.
all interchangeable, eh?
Yeah, it's the 18 volt plus one slide in type ones, right, Philly?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The only thing is, I might. What if I need my circular saw for something?
You're going to be gone.
You're
You're away this
gone.
week.
camping. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna ask the engineer here at work because I know he has got a few things in the back there too.
My 4 amp hour portable battery on my fan lasts 6 hours on the job site.
Oh, that's perfect. I usually sleep for about 5, so.
Yeah. So
Hey, record my number there, Kirby.
Yeah, take his number down. But don't lose this guy. Needs it for the job site, Kirby. Don't lose his batteries.
This is not something I want to be on the lam for. You know what I mean?
Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure on Kirby. Responsibility.
Listen, I'm working on being on time. I can't work on returning things on time too.
I'll pick it up from there. That's cool.
Well, thanks,
Okay,
man.
I appreciate the offer.
All right. Well, if it boils down to it, let me know. We'll make it happen.
What a guy.
Nice guy.
That's friendly Manitoba for you.
You betcha.
Thank you. By the way, what's your name?
Michael, the homebrew guy.
Can you get her a case of homebrew too?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you throw that in there, we're talking.
Looks like she's making money on this trip.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
So a little known fact about the show Philly Joe and Kirby here on 92.1 City is we're really good friends with a local band called the Bloodshots. You guys want to step up to that microphone there? We got CJ, longtime friend of the show, and Ben. Ben's in studio this morning as well. Ben, you're a little new to this program, but it's great to have you in this morning.
Thanks very much for having me. Appreciate being here.
On the drums. I've had a
Uh-huh.
chance to see, I think, was that not one of your first shows with the band? It was at the Pyramid.
Yeah, it was a Pyramid. Did Nirvana tribute. Yeah.
That was a good show.
That was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
tried to wear a wig for the first time on that one. Tried to be Dave Grohl, and it just fell off.
First time, huh?
Never again.
Now, we just talked to you last week, CJ. You were on your way back from seeing Limp Bizkit. Where did you go to see Limp Bizkit?
It was Somerset, Wisconsin. It was kind of just outside Minneapolis, basically, like maybe 20 minutes.
And how was Limp Bizkit? Is that the first time seeing them?
Yeah, first time seeing them. I wanted to see them since back in the day, and never happened. But they were, honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, I'd say top 5 concerts of my life.
Well, yeah, they put on a great show. They're known for that.
It was really, really good.
Good festival?
Yeah.
Somerset's known for...
it was it's an amphitheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really nice venue. It's got a natural bowl.
Yeah.
Cool. And what's new with the Bloodshots?
Well, we just come back from out east. We had a few dates out there. We played a festival in Thunder Bay to 800 people. It was wicked.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful area, too.
Oh, we stay an extra couple days every time we're there, right? We released a new single on Friday called The Bay Blues, about a dodged bullet that I had in, 2000 and something. I don't know, a trip where I went down to San Francisco and could have made a bad decision, but I turned it around and
nice.
made it a song instead.
Okay. Well,
that's a good decision.
Yeah.
How ominous that is.
Yeah.
And how many years have the Bloodshots been grinding away?
This is our 10th year.
10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not. When me and Keith were looking at that, and we were just holy, a decade? Right?
Yeah.
So.
And you just added a new member?
Yeah, we added a new member on bass, Caitlin Childs. Killa Kate, we call her.
And she's aware of your guys' antics and putting up with you guys?
It's when we first were about to, when we went to Canadian Music Week to Toronto with her, her mom was like, oh no, it's going to be you guys having to put up with her.
Okay.
We're like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. And then, you know what? We knew it was a perfect fit when we were maybe all together in the car for about 10 minutes, and she started ripping on Ben.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. It fit right in?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with a few punches and jabs here and there. She
Oh,
calls
boy.
us our 3 dads every time.
Yeah.
Aww.
Me and Keith looked at each other and said, this feels right.
How's this summer been compared to others as far as the music festivals and the music scene in this province? Because it's always been rich with its history.
Honestly, here I feel...
A little slower this year?
Yeah, it's kind of dried up a bit here. I mean, definitely you notice things like other genres are really being pushed to the forefront over rock.
Yeah,
right?
so it goes for forever, right? Rock's backburnered.
Yeah, always. And I feel like if it can make a resurgence, but it just needs help, and it needs, to be pushed to the right outlets, right?
Yeah.
The kids that are coming up these days, I was talking to a buddy of mine that runs a bar in the city, and he was just saying, kids aren't even coming out to the bars anymore. They're not, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, it's just got to be, it's one of those moments in
Phase.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Live music, though, nothing beats it. And you
Yeah.
guys have had a really cool opportunity over the last year, too, to go down and play an iconic venue.
Oh, yeah, the whiskey.
Tell us about that a little
It's
bit.
a great bar. I was there a long time ago. In the history, as soon as you walk in there, you just breathe it in.
Oh,
I couldn't even imagine you guys getting to play it.
Yeah.
I just walked in as a customer.
You know what's funny is when we walked in,
Oh.
I took a deep breath and I went, Joe?
I left.
Did anybody else get that on the pallet?
I carved my name up on the wood, Joe.
So that's where Motley Crue got their start, right?
Motley
And
Crue?
lots of others, but certainly.
Well, the Doors, obviously,
Yeah.
that was huge in there.
They have a lot of memorabilia all over
Yeah.
the
I
walls.
bet.
You look at and all over. It's
All the
fantastic.
history.
Yeah.
Robbie Krieger actually still plays there almost like once a month
way.
or once every couple months,
Yeah.
and it's packed. You know, like
Yeah.
from the front to the back. But
Yeah.
obviously, right? Who does it? Because he lives there, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
why not?
Amazing.
Did you guys bring shirts down?
Of course, we
Okay.
brought shirts down.
Please tell me you got. Please tell me you got a double XL because Joe. Still hurting a little bit from the last round of shirts from the Bloodshots, and that he had to
Well,
wait a long time for his double XL.
Let's just say CJ Loner can do a lot of great things, but he wasn't the focus from Amazon Prime when they put their business model together on paying for an item and seeing how long it was going to take for you to get it. Jeff Bezos did not learn from CJ Loner.
No.
But you
Let's
can
see
learn
the-
a lot of things from CJ.
Can we see the shirts? You guys always have
Great
great
designs.
merch.
Today,
Always.
Where
today
can
we
people
bring-
get it?
Joe gets
Look at this.
our freshest.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Ooh, I love that.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
good.
That is nice, and that's gonna look good. With Joe's probably gonna wear it with a nice
Sport coat.
sport coat.
Yeah.
I was wearing a
yeah.
jacket. Thanks, brother.
Okay.
Dress
Kirby.
that up.
Nice
Yeah.
material.
Oh boy, what do I
Kirby's-
got?
Kirby gets the fresh tanks,
Ooh,
the women's tanks. That
the
we're
tanks.
rocking.
Wow, that looks
Love
good.
that.
Oh,
For summer, because I have my
patio.
Bloodshot hoodie. So
It's got the original logo from
Love
back
that.
in 2014.
You guys really do put out some great merch. Now, can people go online and buy some of this stuff to support local?
Right now, we're
Or
trying
just
to
at
set
the
up,
shows?
Yeah, it's at shows right now, but we're trying
Okay.
to set up like a online shop.
Yeah, you
through our
should.
Spotify.
It's great
So-
stuff.
why does the logo to the hat look very familiar?
Where do you know it from, Kirby?
I mean, I don't know. It just looks like a popular adult website. That's all.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't think it was inspired by that at all. Yeah.
I got you each a hat.
Oh,
Nice.
good. Now I can rep that.
Look at
Amazing.
Badass.
And
Well, yeah, I'll
Philly the
get-
kid over here has a special Ziploc package.
What do
this
I?
thing is frozen in time. This thing was like, it was like, what did much of it? Bending space and time, Mean Gene. This shirt has been in this bag for over a year.
Yeah.
Philly the
year?
kid.
Oh man, and
Oh,
this
yeah.
is gonna be one he's gonna
That's a
love.
baseball tee.
Oh, that's old school, right?
That's old
You betcha,
school.
buddy.
and it's
That's-
this 3/4 length,
I
and that looks
love
good
that.
on you.
Mine got beat up. I couldn't wear it anymore.
Yeah.
I want a new one of those.
We
Yes.
we got that one back in, what show was that you
Well,
announced? As
it was at Nashville's, wasn't it?
Danko?
The Oak. Yeah, Danko.
Danko, yeah.
Danko. You guys opened for Danko. What a great night that
Yeah,
was. And
that was
I,
epic.
yeah.
Somebody returned it from a show from a year earlier with the wrong size. That's awesome. Seriously, guys, the designs you put
Yeah.
together are
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you so much.
Something we pride, and we always try to get good quality garment too. You know?
Yeah, it's good.
You don't know.
Keep us up to date on the Bloodshots.
You
CJ
betcha.
and Ben, thanks for the shirts.
Thanks for
and
dropping in.
Thanks for coming
Check
in.
out their new single that they dropped.
The Bay Blues everywhere you stream music, baby.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Going to take you into the workplace today. 75% of us say they have had a problem with this at work.
All right, let's get out of here. 780 City, good morning.
Silly.
Something, an email you shouldn't have sent, a reply all.
No.
Okay, sorry
No.
about that.
That's happened to somebody in this room.
A few times. Well, and Joe, it happened to Joe too.
I canceled a company-wide meeting one time.
Coast to coast Zoom
Yeah.
meeting, I think it was, or
Yeah.
Teams meeting.
We had a Teams meeting, and I actually went in the calendar and knocked it off my calendar, and it blew out everybody's. That was a big one. Talking to the big boss. Yeah, that
and
was
you got emails and people ribbed you about that
Oh,
for
yeah.
weeks afterwards.
Yeah, for
How
sure.
about you, Aubrey, for responding to the entire Rogers company
About the Christmas
about
party.
the local Winnipeg chapter Christmas party?
Yeah, I wanted everybody to know.
that he was
that you
coming
were
late.
going? You're going to be running late.
What are you talking about? The president of the company decided to call the venue and say, listen, put a plate together for the guy.
He was glad.
How many times has that happened?
He was glad he knew. 780 City, 780 2484. Burt Block Party tickets. Go ahead with your guess.
Kirby, can you help me out, please?
Kirby.
The first thing that came to mind was the printer, because everybody hates the printer in the workplace.
Kirby. That is number 5.
Number 5?
Nice job. Nice
Sorry.
job.
I'm looking for number 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than it being out of paper, like there's nothing much.
The jam.
Yeah, the jam. If you could maybe get your hands in there and fix that.
I always just leave it for the next person.
That's a good strategy. And don't let
That's
an
part of the
engineer-
problem.
Somebody else will fix it.
That red light's been beeping for like 2 days.
There's paper everywhere, faxes. Hi there. You have a guess?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Joel.
Good. Philly, can you help me out, please?
Philly, lifeline number 3.
They've had a problem with a toilet malfunctioning.
No. Even Joel thought that was a funny answer. No, not the toilet. We've had it happen in 2 buildings.
Yeah. We used to have, there was a guy who clogged the toilet all the time in our old building.
We called him the Crusher. I'm not joking. He broke the toilet.
Well, he'd roll into work every day, and the first thing he'd do, he wouldn't even go put his briefcase at his desk.
Yes.
He'd go take a drop of deuce instantly.
I tell you right now, you laugh, but he probably had the lowest water bill of all employees. He'd never use it at home.
Oh, I remember that guy, and I don't know if he was worse than the other guy that would just leave his half-smoked cigar in the bathroom.
Oh, that guy was beauty, too. Good morning, City.
Somebody who's cooking something in the lunchroom that stinks.
No.
Good guess,
I
though.
will say this.
Does it have to
The
do
number
with
1
food?
answer is an inanimate. Is that the word?
Inanimate object?
Yeah.
780 City, 780 2484. Go ahead.
Philly, help me out.
So we know coworker was number 3. I will tell you boss is number 4. I'm surprised nobody guessed boss. But that was number 4. And printer was number 5. So 1 and 2 are
So could it be
items.
something to do with lunch? Like your lunch being
No, it could.
stolen?
Nope.
No? Okay, sorry about that.
Oh.
Burt Block Party tickets up for grabs this morning, 780 City. Hello.
Good morning. Is it the coffee maker?
That's number 2.
Ooh.
Now you're thinking in the
Okay.
right direction. It's an object.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah. Is it people not refilling the water cooler?
No.
Oh,
That's a good one too.
yeah.
You know the best is when you see that the jug is right next to the cooler that you have to lift up and put on, and the other one is like empty. So the last person that dripped the last 2 drops of water left the empty one on.
Why
like
not?
how lazy do you have
Again,
to be?
I'll let someone else
No,
take
no,
care
no,
of it.
I know.
Yeah.
I used to change the water jug.
Oh, she
Yeah.
did. Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that? Yeah.
Jumped on
She's
that.
famous for it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi, City.
Left the printer. But
Hi, you have a guess?
I'm going to go with their computer not working right, or like something to do with the computer.
it's not the computer. I'm going to say this. Not every workplace would have this.
Just reboot, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, unplug, leave it for 30 seconds, plug it back in. That's what they first tell you
Always.
to do every
So
time.
not every workplace would have this.
Yeah.
Hi, City.
Hey, I'm gonna go with the microwave.
Not the microwave.
Oh.
But usually this item is found in that area
I
where the
think-
coffee maker is and the microwave.
I might know. Good morning, City.
1 lifeline left.
Toaster.
Not the toaster. No.
Not the toaster. That
We have a
bagel.
toaster oven, and I don't think it's been cleaned since we moved into this.
It's only crumbs.
Yeah, it's fine. I make open-faced roast beef sandwiches with that thing all the time.
The beef's already pre-made on. He brings it in. Sat for 20 hours at home, but he thought he'd just warm it up in the toaster oven.
Hi, City.
I'm going to guess empty snack machine.
We'll give it to you. Snack machine, vending machine. Yes,
Okay.
75% of people have had a problem with the vending machine at work. Good for you, my friend.
I was going to guess dishwasher, so I'm glad he
But-
didn't use me.
There's a lot. I think we had a vending machine at our last place that we worked
Yeah.
at, and there was times where things got stuck,
Oh.
and somebody would have to, put another coin in to get it to
Shake
come
it.
out.
It happened to me.
You
I
just-
ended up spending, I think it was $32 to get that bag of chips to drop.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Happy birthday, Arnie, baby. 77, Joe.
Yeah, speaking of all that AI stuff and that, you remember it was Arnie, the first voice that was emulated through a computer that they used to use for crank calls. It was like went viral about 15, 20 years ago. You remember that?
That's right.
You'd make a phone call, you hear the hello, and then you'd hear the Arnie
Yes.
voice. Yeah, 77 today and still making movies.
Yeah, we love Arnie here with PJK. Well, Joe and I do. I'm not gonna loop you in or lump you in with Joe and I as far as love for Arnie, Kirby.
Lowest rated, right?
I'm
Ever
a big
movie.
fan of his 1992 Christmas in Connecticut movie. Okay,
Very nice.
I'm just looking at his catalog of movies.
Well,
and I was
thanks
like,
to
what?
us, you've seen more Arnie than ever. Thanks
I
to
really have. Yep.
the not so new movie review. You've seen Predator and T2 in the past year.
And T2, she gave
And I've
like,
never been the same.
what was T2? You gave it like a
a
low
4.5.
rating.
No,
Out of
it was
10.
it was low. It was like one of my first. It was the first movie. I'm pretty
Blasphemy.
sure, and it was just like 3 or
Yeah, it was
something out
less
of
than
10.
4.
I'm going to defend you on that. That first movie's tough.
I didn't know what I was getting myself
right.
into.
And if you had known how bad some of the movies were going to be that we made
Like
you watch,
Big Trouble in Little China.
yeah, right, and even like Bloodsport, I think then T2 would have got a much higher rating had you known some of the junk we were going to make you watch. But anyway, I think T2 is one of his best. Like I just jotted down my top 5 Arnie movies.
Oh, good.
I got
Top 5.
top. I got Predator at number 1, number 2 T2, number 3 Commando, number 4 Red Heat. That's the one with Belushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. And then Terminator, the original Terminator at number 5, Kirby.
Yeah. Well, you must have loved that one, eh, Curbs? Red Heat with Belushi?
Yeah. I'm just looking at the list of his movies.
Big fan.
True
Jesse.
Lies is one of my favorites.
good
That's
one.
is a good one. That's a great movie.
Great movie.
Oh, you know what? I didn't have the Running Man in there.
That's good.
Okay, I'm throwing the Running
What
Man
about
in there.
End of Days? Was that a good movie?
Not. I didn't see it. To be
Are we
totally
going to go
honest.
through the whole catalog? Or
Well, I am.
Well, if you go-
Kindergarten Cop, Kirby.
Yes. He had it. That's the thing is this movie catalog
Twins.
is very interesting.
Twins was good.
It
Funny.
goes from like really intense, action-packed, Arnold Schwarzenegger to like, I'm just a nice family man.
Yeah, he had the kids
You can
movies
do
and the
the-
family
yeah,
movies and
for
the
sure.
comedies.
Predator was such a good movie, too. And actually, Jesse Ventura was on Raw last night, WWE Raw, because they were in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah.
This is one you brought up before, Conan the Barbarian.
Oh yeah, that's
that was
loin-
his original one, wasn't it? That put him on the map
heavy
after his
loincloth.
bodybuilding.
Heavy loincloth movie. Like lots of men in loincloths.
Yeah.
And women too. Yeah. Okay, and here's the thing. We want to know your favorite Arnie movie. The 92.1 City Facebook page. You can win yourself passes for the tattoo convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, real easy. Just go there.
Just
tell
go
us,
and comment on what your favorite Arnie movie is, and we'll
That's
make a draw.
easy.
and we'll
It's
randomize.
Red Heat for Kirby. Take it from there.
Huge fan.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast. Now it's time to spin Philly Joe and Kirby's Big Dumb Wheel.
$400 on the line this morning.
Second biggest total that we've been able to give away. Maybe.
The randomizer spit out a name, and it spit out Kimber. Did we get that right? Like Kimber?
You got it right.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
So
Well,
is
it's
it?
actually Kimberly Ann, but a lot of my family calls me Kimber or Burr.
I got you.
Burr as an option.
Yeah, Kimberly
That's cool.
Burr.
Yeah.
I like that.
You feeling lucky today, Kimber?
I feel really lucky because I'm on 2 weeks holiday for the first time in my 28 years of having a career.
Whoa!
Back-to-back weeks of vacay.
Yeah, and it started with having last Friday off.
What are you going to do with yourself on this 2
I'm
weeks?
at the cabin. And today I'm going to film my little kiddie pool.
Oh, wow.
I love that for you.
I hope we add to the paid vacation with a little extra.
So do I. And I'm going to pick Kirby because Kirby has always been there for me. She's made me win so many things. And I feel like Philly is just so random. Like, he just throws out the craziest answers and stuff. I feel like Kirby is safe.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a safe
Okay.
bet. Phil isn't so reliable, is what you're saying.
What?
Okay.
I am not
Just
safe.
to clarify.
You're not her favorite lifeline, is what she's saying, Phil.
Can't rely on Phil. Got it.
So harsh.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I love you, Philly. Though I really do.
Okay, Kimber, I get what you're saying here. And you know what? This board has landed on Kirby more than any other name.
Yes.
So that's a safe bet. That's a good bet.
Not my fault. That's, you know.
Okay, Kimber, for $400, you're picking Kirby. Let's
Yes.
spin the big dumb wheel.
All right, Philly.
Do it.
Good luck.
That's one thing you can be dependable for. It's spinning the wheel.
That's
Well,
right.
that's a big spin, too. Good luck, Kimber.
It is a big spin.
Thank you.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Come on.
We've got Joe, Philly, Kirby, Joe, Philly, Kirby, Joe, Philly.
Come on.
No!
No, I wanted to go to Kirby, but it didn't.
Did just missed. I don't know if that's karma.
Yeah, it landed on Philly.
It landed on Philly. He
Yeah.
spun the wheel, and once again, Kimber, you're right. You can't rely on Philly.
So tomorrow I'm going to call for Headstones tickets, and I'm picking Philly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, I like the tactic.
We have
That's
bomber
also
tickets
what I was
tomorrow,
gonna do
too.
with the money.
Yeah, and hey, you're at the lake. You got to play the big dumb wheel, even though it didn't work out, Kimber. Thanks for calling in.
That was so fun. Thank you, guys.
Enjoy
it
your
easy.
time off.
I will. Bye.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.